You know that feeling, like you're kind of underwater, even when you're totally on dry land. That heavy feeling, that invisible weight. A lot of the time, that's debt. It's not just, numbers on a screen.
Right. It gets into your head.
Totally. It affects your decisions, steals your peace of mind. Honestly, we were looking at some research. American Psychological Association found nearly 70% adults say money is a big stressor.
Wow. 70%. That's huge.
And when you dig into why, debt is so often the main reason.
It's really something, isn't it? It's not just a few people. It's everywhere. And like you said, the money part is obvious, but the emotional toll, that's often the hardest part to carry.
Absolutely. So for this deep dive, we're not just going to talk about debt. We want to give you a real step-by-step plan, not just getting out of it, but, and this is key, building habits so you stay debt-free.
For good.
Yeah. Think of it like a debt detox, a practical way to get back control, cut through the noise and the stress.
I like that detox. It's not just getting rid of the bad stuff, but bringing in healthier financial habits.
Exactly.
And like any good detox, step one is figuring out exactly what you're dealing with. You need clarity first.
Okay, let's jump in. Step one of the debt detox. Know your numbers. You have to face it. It's tempting, I know, to just not open the bills, ignore the emails.
Avoidance, yeah. Totally understandable.
But getting clarity, that's your first power move. Seriously.
Yeah.
It's how you start getting free.
Exactly. Avoiding it just makes the anxiety worse, usually. When you actually look at the specifics, you shift. You go from feeling helpless to having the information you need to actually do something.
Right. So grab a pen and paper, maybe a spreadsheet, whatever works for you.
Favorite app? Yeah.
And for every single debt, credit cards, student loans, car payments, everything you need to find 4 things.
Okay.
1, the total amount you still owe.
Okay.
The balance.
Got it.
2, the absolute minimum you have to pay each month.
Right. The minimum.
3, the interest rate, the APR, what it's costing you.
Crucial number.
And 4, the due date, when that minimum payment is due.
And the key thing here, something we saw in the research, is just treat this like gathering data, no judgment.
Yes. Don't beat yourself up.
Not about blaming yourself for past choices. It was just facts, information you need to build your plan.
Okay, so you've done that. Maybe it was a bit painful, but you've got all the numbers laid out. Now what?
Now, step 2. Choose your strategy. How are you actually going to attack this debt?
And the research is pretty clear. There's no single best way for absolutely everyone. But 2 main methods keep popping up. They're really effective.
That's right. And they work differently psychologically and mathematically. So understanding them helps you pick the one that fits you best. Your motivation, your priorities.
Okay, let's break them down. First up, the Debt Snowball method.
The snowball.
Simple idea, really. You list all your debts, but you order them from the smallest balance owed to the largest. Smallest dollar amount first.
Okay, smallest balance to biggest.
Right. Ignore the interest rates for this ranking. Just the balance. Then you pay the minimum payment on every single debt.
Got to keep everyone current.
Exactly. But then, every extra penny you can find, you throw it all at that smallest debt, you attack it.
Laser focus on the little one.
Until it's gone. Obliterated. And then this is the cool part. You take the entire amount you were paying on that smallest debt.
The minimum plus the extra.
The whole chunk.
Yeah.
And you roll it over, adding it to the minimum payment of the next smallest debt on your list.
So the payment amount snowballs gets bigger as you go.
Precisely. And what's great about this one, some of the behavioral finance stuff we read really highlights this.
Yeah.
But you get quick wins. Paying off that first small debt, even if it's tiny, feels amazing.
Oh, absolutely. That psychological boost.
It builds momentum. Makes you feel like, okay, I can actually do this.
Yeah.
Especially right at the beginning.
That motivation is powerful.
Wow.
So that's the snowball. What's the other one?
The other main one is the debt avalanche method.
Okay, avalanche. Sounds intense.
It's more mathematical. Less about feelings, more about math.
Right.
Here, you list your debts differently. You order them by interest rate, from the highest APR down to the lowest.
First toss first.
Exactly. You still pay minimums on everything, just like the snowball. Keep them all current. But all your extra money goes straight to the debt with the highest interest rate, the one that's costing you the most money over time.
Ah, okay. Tackling the most expensive one.
Yep. Once that high-interest monster is slain, you take its payment, plus the extra you were paying, and you roll that onto the debt with the next highest interest rate.
So similar rollover, just a different target order.
Exactly. And the big advantage here, the Avalanche method saves you the most money in interest charges overall.
Mathematically optimal.
Because you're getting rid of the most expensive debt first. But.
There's always a but.
Yeah. Some studies point out it might take you longer to pay off that first debt, especially if your highest interest debt also has a big balance.
Right, so those quick wins, that motivational boost from the snowball, you might not get that as fast.
Could be tougher to stay motivated if you need that immediate feedback, that feeling of progress.
So choosing between them, snowball or avalanche, how do you decide?
Well, you got to be honest with yourself. If seeing debts disappear quickly is what keeps you fired up, if you need those early wins to stay in the game, snowball might be your best bet.
Keeps the motivation high.
But if your main goal is purely financial, like minimizing the total interest you pay over the whole journey,
Saving the most money possible.
then the Avalanche is the technically more efficient path, saves you more cash in the long run.
So it really boils down to knowing yourself. What's going to keep you going? Psychology or pure math?
Exactly. There's no wrong answer. The best strategy is the one you'll actually stick with until you're debt-free. Consistency is everything.
Absolutely. Okay, so we know our numbers. We've picked a strategy, snowball or avalanche. What's next?
Step 3 is where we find the fuel for that strategy. It's cut, sell, and earn.
Finding the extra cash to throw at the debt.
Yep. To really speed things up, you need more money than just the minimum payments. You need extra ammo.
This is where, you might need to make some temporary changes. Get a bit creative.
For sure. Let's start with cutting expenses. This means taking a really, really honest look at where your money goes every month.
The budget deep dive.
Seriously. Are there subscriptions you signed up for, like, ages ago and don't even use?
The zombie subscriptions.
Totally. Or, how much are you spending on takeout? Eating out. Could you realistically cut back there, even for a while?
Gym memberships you never use, other recurring fees.
All that stuff, even small cuts, week after week, month after month, they add up way faster than you think.
One of the reports we saw really hammered this home. Those small automatic expenses drain so much potential debt-fighting power. Trim them down, redirect that cash.
Okay, so cutting is one part. Next,
Sell.
declutter and cash in.
Exactly. Look around your place with fresh eyes. Closets, attic, garage, spare room. What's just sitting there? Clothes you haven't worn in years.
Old electronics, gathering dust, furniture that doesn't fit.
Someone else might want that stuff.
Right. Online marketplaces, consignment shops, local Facebook groups. You might be surprised how much cash is hiding in plain sight in your own home.
And bonus, you declutter your space. Which feels good too, kind of a fresh start vibe.
Definitely. Okay, so cut expenses, sell and use stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The third part is earn. Find ways to bring in more income.
Boost the income side of the equation.
Yeah, maybe that's a side hustle using skills you already have.
Freelancing. Tutoring.
Could be driving for a delivery app, nights or weekends. Babysitting, pet sitting, whatever fits your life and skills.
Thinking creatively about your time and talents.
Every single extra dollar you earn is another dollar you can throw at your debt. It pulls that debt-free date closer.
That's the goal. Proactive steps, even small ones, shorten that timeline significantly.
Okay, so you're doing it. You're tracking, you've got your strategy, you're finding extra money. But let's be real.
It's not always fun.
No, it can be a grind. It can feel long. Which brings us to step 4, staying motivated.
The long haul. This is critical. Keeping that fire lit when it feels like a slog.
Because it's easy to get discouraged, right?
Yeah.
So you need intentional ways to keep yourself going.
Absolutely essential for success.
One thing that works really well, visually track your progress.
See it happening.
Yeah, make a chart, use a debt payoff app, keep a spreadsheet updated, whatever works for you. Seeing those balances actually go down.
Watching the numbers shrink.
It's incredibly motivating. It's like tangible proof your hard work is paying off.
That visual feedback is powerful. It fights that feeling of being stuck, reminds you you're moving forward.
And please, please celebrate the wins, even the small ones.
Milestones matter.
Totally. Pay off a credit card, finish off a small loan, acknowledge it, reward yourself somehow.
But maybe not by going into more debt for the celebration.
Good point.
Yeah.
Keep the celebration debt-free, a nice meal at home, a relaxing night, a small treat you've budgeted for, something that feels good without setting you back.
Reinforces the positive behavior, keeps you emotionally invested.
Another thing, connect with other people's stories. listen to podcasts.
Like this one.
Shameless plug. Read articles. Join online communities where people share their debt-free journeys. Hearing how others did it, their struggles, their successes.
It makes it feel possible.
It provides inspiration, maybe some practical tips you hadn't thought of.
That shared experience, knowing you're not alone, that's huge. Makes the goal feel attainable.
And finally, think about getting an accountability partner.
Someone to check in with.
Could be a friend you trust, your spouse, maybe someone from an online group who's on the same path. Just having someone to share your progress with, talk through challenges.
Get some encouragement when you need it.
It makes a huge difference in staying on track, especially during the tough spots.
That social support can be a real game changer for sticking with it.
Okay, fast forward, you did it. You stuck with the plan, you put in the work, and boom, you've hit that amazing goal.
Yeah.
You are debt-free.
Incredible feeling. Huge accomplishment.
But the journey isn't quite over, is it?
Not quite. Step 5 is crucial. Don't fall back.
Right. How do you make sure you stay debt-free? It's about building new habits, new ways of thinking.
It's a shift, really, from actively fighting debt to proactively maintaining freedom. Needs conscious effort, new healthy habits.
Okay, so what are those habits? One big one, prioritize cash or debit.
Get comfortable paying with money you actually have.
Try to break the automatic reach for the credit card whenever possible. It just helps you stay within your means, avoids that temptation to slide back.
Yeah, the research suggests using tangible money makes you more aware of your spending, less impulse buying.
Makes sense. Okay, what else? Absolutely essential. Build an emergency fund.
The buffer, the safety net.
Yes. Aim for at least, say, $1,000 to $2,000 to start in savings you can get to easily.
So when life happens,
Because it will. Car repair, unexpected bill, whatever.
you have cash to cover it.
Instead of automatically reaching for credit and starting the cycle again.
That emergency fund is your best defense against future debt. It gives you resilience, weather the storms without going backward.
Okay. Cash, debit, habit, emergency fund. What's the third key?
Budgeting. Consistently. Every month.
The P word.
Gotta embrace the budget. There are great apps, YN Nappy, every dollar we're mentioned in the sources, or just a simple spreadsheet.
Whatever system works for you.
The key is having a written plan. Knowing where your money is supposed to go before the month begins. Giving every dollar a job.
It gives you control, right? Clarity. And make sure your spending lines up with your goals. Stops that accidental overspending that can lead back to debt.
Exactly. It's proactive financial management.
So getting debt-free is amazing, but staying debt-free, that's not a one-time fix. It's like an ongoing lifestyle.
It's a commitment to those healthy habits day in, day out. Protecting your financial well-being long-term.
It's about building a different relationship with money, really.
A positive, proactive one. Making conscious choices that support your independence.
So there you have it. Our 5 steps. Debt can feel crushing, totally overwhelming.
It really can.
But as we've walked through, taking these consistent steps, having a clear strategy, committing to change, it absolutely works. You can get free.
Imagine that feeling. Breathing easier, sleeping better.
Feeling confident about your money, maybe for the first time, that's achievable.
It's amazing how those small, steady actions compound over time, build momentum, stay dedicated. It leads to real transformation.
So we really hope you'll take that first step, maybe even today. Pick your method snowball. Avalanche. Start gathering those numbers. Make that initial plan.
Just start.
Your future self, they're going to thank you big time for doing this now.
It's truly an investment in your future security, your stability, your peace of mind.
And as you go on this journey, just remember, building a positive, empowered mindset around money. That's a powerful force in itself. It'll keep shaping your financial future in really good ways.
Fundamentally, it's about recognizing you have the power. You can take control and build the financial life you want.